boss beauty queens, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh, why do I sound so raspy? Girl, okay, let's try this again. Mama Mimi smash my M&Ms. Mama Mimi smash my What is going on here? Hello all of my boss beauty queens. Hello all of my boss beauty queens. Oh, let's do this again. Hello all of my boss beauty queens, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have no idea why I sound so raspy. I'm not sick, guys, just deal with this. I don't know what is going on, but we're gonna continue with this video today. The reason why I actually decided to do a story time today is because I feel like this story time that I'm going to share with you guys is very, very relatable. I have been receiving so many messages sharing with me how stressed out you guys are for nursing school. It's your first block of nursing school and you feel extremely behind. You're not getting the test results that you want. And I could not relate more. So I just figured that if I was able to relate to some of you guys and make a little bit of a personal video, why not do it and shine some light on a lot of your guys' situations. So today is gonna be a very special video. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and get right into it. Just jumping right into the topic of how I almost failed nursing school. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a background as far as like my entire nursing experience. Block 1 of nursing school, obviously I was just like any other first block nursing student, stressed out, scared, terrified because of everything that you kind of hear about nursing school. Now that I think about it, like the topics in block 1 weren't really hard. I just feel like I was kind of psyching myself out and making it harder than it kind of needed to be in block 1. In comparison with every single block, block 1 was not the hardest for me. Yes, in that moment I did struggle, but when I sit down and reflect on all the blocks alone, block 1 was not my hardest block. Fast forwarding to block 2, we were being taught still with PowerPoints. I believe that I was introduced to med-surg my block 2, and then block 2 you're taking now your psychiatric. It's no more fundamentals, you are taking psych and med-surg introduction. And so I don't really remember struggling too much in block 2. Like I remember taking a step back from YouTube. I stopped recording for I think like more than half of my block 2 just because like I really wanted to solely focus on school, but I don't remember like really struggling. Block 2 I feel like personally went by so quick. I really don't remember how I studied in block 2. I felt like I got the foundation and kind of got the grasp of how I needed to be a successful nursing student. You know, it was doable. Block 3 is honest to God where I was like, holy cow, this is what they are talking about as far as like not having any life in nursing school. From block 2 to block 3, it was a completely different dynamic and a different environment. So we were lucky enough to have a block 4 instructor in block 3. So let me tell you, my nerves were through the roof. I was absolutely terrified in block 3 because we were held to a higher standard only because she was originally a block 4 instructor. Every single lecture, I got anxiety like as I was signing into my Zoom class meeting. I would cry after class. Like it was so brutal. Every single time that hard professor was teaching, all of us would just be like, oh my God, we have to prepare. Like we have to be studying so much before, reading all of the chapters, blah, 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 blah. I never read, but a lot of people would be freaking out trying to read. And so that's just like a little snippet of my block 3. I remember that block 3 is really where I had to change a lot of my study habits. This is where nursing school mode got activated. The expectations of us as block 3 students were like through the roof. They were not playing games, but it really made me get really good study tactics and habits for block 4. Okay, y'all, so fast forward to block 4. We had the same professor that we had in block 3, as I was saying. At this point, I knew the way this professor taught. You know, there's no PowerPoints involved. She just teaches on clinical scenarios, right? That's all she did. So every single day for class, we would have this scenario and she would give us a report and we would be like in a group chat, me and my friends. And sometimes like if she'd call on me and I didn't know something, like my friends would like instantly text me and give me the answer like right away. So we really had each other's back because we knew like her expectations and how she would make us look absolutely stupid in front of everybody, you know? I never mentioned what classes I was taking in block 4. So block 4, you are expected to take pediatrics and critical care, okay? For critical care, I was like, heck yeah, I can't wait. I wanna see juice and gore and all this stuff. However, the curriculum with critical care, y'all, oh my God, I was struggling so much. I remember when I would be studying, I'm like, Darian, you need to know this information. Like, Are you comfortable enough to graduate in 3 months from now and work as a nurse? Like, holy cow, you know, that concept was just absolutely insane to me. And so every time I would study and I would get like a bad grade on an assignment or on my actual exams, like I felt absolutely defeated, because here I am being a Block 4 student. Yes, COVID happened. Yes, you know, the pandemic happened and all that stuff, but still, like, I couldn't fathom the thought of me graduating in a few months and not acing my exams. And so I never ever got an A on a nursing school exam. Okay, I don't know, I was just kind of like at a low point in my life, because, you know, my whole entire life was just school, and the grades that I was receiving on my test was not showing how much I actually studied. Like, girl, if there was one student that was putting in the work, and I'm not talking about anybody else, you know, this was just me and my situation, but it was me. I was up and hustling and bustling and studying my butt off. And so at this point, every single question was so critical on these exams. Like, I needed to get them right, because every time I'd get a bad grade, I seen my overall grade just going lower and lower and lower. And in my school, you had to get a 76% on your actual proctored grade in order to pass. Every single time, like, I was honest to God, like at a 75 the entire semester. Like, it was just the way they were testing. It was just so different. And so with all that being said, I walked into this testing center to take my exam. Oh my God, I believe I recorded this entire day when I was studying for this. If you have not watched that video, I'll go ahead and put it right here. But yeah, I was recording and studying for my final, and finally I go in, take my exam, and at the end of that exam, I was like mentally just drained. I was exhausted. I felt like I did not do good, and all I can do and all I could worry about was just like going to sleep. Oh, that week was the hardest week of my flippin' nursing student career. Like, it was awful. This is the absolutely crazy part, okay? So as I'm recording myself and I'm about to pull up my overall grade, and I click it, I open it, and I see my final grade. And this is a part that I never shared with you guys until now. As I open my grade, I literally passed my final exam. Okay, guys, you guys are gonna flip out, by 1.5 points. That is one question, okay? I passed nursing school by one question more on the freaking final exam, y'all. People that I know failed nursing school by one question. And this is why in that video that I posted, I was so emotional. I could not believe that I passed nursing school by 1.5 points. If that is not God, y'all, I don't know what is. Like, I dropped down to my knees and I gave all glory to the Lord, because if it was not for him, I would not be sitting here right now sharing this story time with you guys. Because at that moment, I was just like, you know what, Lord, you promised me and you told me I was going to be a nurse, and this is you fulfilling that promise to me, you know? Absolutely beautiful. I still cannot believe till this day that I barely passed my Block 4. No one knows that story, so y'all better feel special. And the reason that I wanted to share this with you guys today is because it's doable. You know, you failing some exams here and there, like, I cannot tell you guys how many nursing school exams that I failed. And it'd get me so upset, because it was one thing if, okay, Darian, you didn't study for this exam, that was your fault, you failed, you know, like you got a bad grade. But it was completely different, because my butt was putting in work and hours studying, and yet I still didn't like pass these exams, you know? So I just really wanted to make this video, because this story for me, I mean, it's motivating in itself. With that grade, it just really reassured me that this is meant to be. You are capable, you are enough. And I really want you guys to have the same energy, the same mindset, because yes, it's difficult, yes, it's hard, but the time passed and I was able to do it, and I did do it, and so can you. So I really hope that that story encouraged some of you guys today. I just felt in my heart that I needed to share it with you guys. So yes, friends, that wraps up today's story time. With all that being said, I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed rest of your guys' days and weeks. Until next time, friends, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.